Hey YouTube, what's up? It's CS back here with another installment, and here's my review for The Ultimate Fighter live finale. Alrighty folks, well this was an okay night of fights, wasn't that great in my opinion in terms of it collectively, but it had its moments, and I do appreciate what I saw from Martin Kampmann in the main event. I'll get to that very soon. Also, congratulations to Mike Chiesa for becoming the Ultimate Fighter. I didn't think he could do it in this fight because I did pick Al Iaquinta. But Mike Chiesa is a soldier. Props to him. Props to the other winners on this card. Yeah, I don't know. It did have its moments again. But yeah, let's start off at the top. Yeah, with that main event, Martin Kampmann versus Jake Ellenberger in welterweight. Alright, first things first, Martin Kampmann is the most slept on fighter in the UFC. Like, holy crap. We picked against him in the Paulo Thiago fight. We picked against him in the Diego Sanchez fight, where we thought that, he won. We picked against him in the Thiago Alves fight. We picked him against him here, and he did his thing. Fucking second round finish, Jake Ellenberger. Finished Jake Ellenberger early with strikes. That's messed up. That's cool. Jake Ellenberger, known to have a good chin. He's fought heavy hitters in the past. Carlos Condit. Can't think of anyone else who's hit him in the face as of late. Diego Sanchez, because usually he's just putting people out via TKO, you know what I'm saying? That was certainly not the case in this bout. Martin Kampmann looked like he was going to go out in the first round when Ellenberger landed that early flurry on him, but of course Martin Kampmann recovered well in guard and really didn't take any more punishment for the last 3 minutes of that round. Recovered nicely. Good shit from him. Second round, Jake Ellenberger goes back to work. Of course that moving forward flurry of punches, that kind of style, gives Martin Kampmann, the shivers. He likes to keep things technical. He likes to be able to, just pick his shots. Just keep at a distance, come in when he needs to. Yeah, he does not like backpedaling a lot. When I mean a lot, meaning he's probably going to get TKO'd if he doesn't do anything else. When he fought Paul Daly, all he did was move laterally from one side of the cage to the other as he was getting hit. When he got hit by Jake Ellenberger, he didn't stay by the cage. He moved back to the center, tried to reset. Of course, he backed up some more, and Jake Ellenberger, kind of stumbled, so he was able to go forward and then eventually catch him in that plum where he landed those knees. That was kind of sexy, the way Jake Ellenberger just dropped like that, because I've never seen Jake Ellenberger get, knocked down, I never see him get dropped like a sack of potatoes like that. So that was cool. Of course, Steve Mazzagatti came in there and stopped the fight quickly after. Not much of a controversial stoppage in my opinion, because Jake Ellenberger wasn't complaining and he kind of looked out. His first reaction when it happened, it was just like he just laid on the ground. So yeah, Martin Kampmann would have gone with more strikes. His recovery definitely isn't Martin Kampmann's. Martin Kampmann, say what you want about the way he fights. Sometimes he fights stupid. He still takes a lot of shots on the feet, but the guy can recover because he has the know-how to. It's just a matter of if he does. Like against Thiago Alves, he was taking a hell of a lot of shots, handled him with a lot of composure, and this one suffered from adversity twice. He was getting rocked in that second round, of course in the first round as well, and he was able to finish Jake Ellenberger in that same second round. That's nice, and with strikes, because I don't think I've seen Jake Ellenberger get TKO'd like that. So, good shit from Martin Kampmann. What's next for him? Of course, Johnny Hendricks is the proposed match. I think that's a very winnable fight. After what I saw of Johnny Hendricks against very motivated Josh Koscheck, I think Martin Kampmann can do his thing against Johnny Hendricks. I have to stop sleeping on this guy because he is, I do like his skill set. I think he's very exciting. He does, take a lot of shots on the feet. However, Johnny Hendricks is not that accurate. So, yeah, look for Martin Kampmann to win that fight, in my opinion, from, again, what I've seen of these guys as of late. So that's who I have in that one. What about you guys, and what do you think is next for Jake Ellenberger? Who knows? Maybe him versus John Fitch. That hasn't happened yet. They're still kind of in the top 5-7. Might as well make it happen. But let's move on to the co-main event, of course, the final for this season of The Ultimate Fighter between lightweights Mike Chiesa and Al Iaquinta. Guys, Al Iaquinta looked weak sauce out there. That was a weak sauce way to defend, your back from being taken. Holy crap, Mike Chiesa trying to bring it down to the ground, gets his back in the process. Ugh, Al Iaquinta, I picked him because I thought his athleticism would do him dividends in this fight. I thought he'd be able to keep it in the center of the octagon and, not get caught up in a grappling game with Mike Chiesa. And I thought if he did, I thought he'd have the know-how to, escape or something. Guy's a fucking purple belt under Matt Serra. I don't see Matt Serra get out-grappled a heck of a whole lot, So I'm like, Al Iaquinta, I think he's smart enough to not get this shit happening to him. But it did. Mike Chiesa took his back with relative ease, and holy crap, can't defend a rear naked choke worth shit. That was, that was like, I knew it was going to be over just by how whack his back was taken. I'm like, if his back was taken that easy from just, getting taken down, I'm like, he has no chance of escaping out of this rear naked choke. And Mike Chiesa finished him. Mike Chiesa is a soldier, though. Props to him, I'm a fan of, him and his story, he went after Al Iaquinta, didn't choose to sit and guard or anything, just went in there, get his back, get this over with, win that Ultimate Fighter 6-figure contract. So props to him. I didn't think he'd get it done because he's like this gangly wrestler, long as hell, trying to take people down, not that explosive against an athletic, well-rounded fighter like Al Iaquinta. I just thought it was a bad matchup for him, but he got it done. So, respect to him. What's next for him? I don't know. And I don't know about Al Iaquinta. I still think Iaquinta has potential, but he has to get shit together. Clearly, but again, congratulations to Mike Chiesa. Alrighty, folks, now let's move on to that featherweight bout between Charles Oliveira and Jonathan Brookins. Guys, this was fun. Charles Oliveira is a beast at featherweight, you know what I'm saying? That calf slicer win over Eric Wisely, and now a win over a former Ultimate Fighter winner in Jonathan Brookins. I think he's going somewhere. I think that he is going to be a top 5 contender in this division. I'm trying to think of cats who beat him in featherweight. I think he beats a lot of them. I think he beats most of them. I think he's electric on the ground. On the feet, he has pretty solid stand-up. Technically, he's very good. I think there's very few guys who outstrike him to bits in this division. So, yeah, I really like what I see out of Charles Oliveira. And, I was high up on his skills in lightweight too, but I was picking against him there because there's sharks in lightweight, guys who are equally as skilled and guys who are bigger. Jim Miller's a killer. Don Cerrone absolutely wrecked this guy. So I'm like, if he's fighting guys his size, maybe, I might think of him the way a lot of people hyped him up to be. And, now I do, because he's in the division where he can, handle dudes. And Jonathan Brookins ain't a small featherweight. He used to fight at lightweight himself, of course, featherweight before then too. But yeah, he's definitely not a small lightweight, and he's definitely not that. He's definitely not a small featherweight, and he's definitely not a whack featherweight. The guy has respectable submission skills and respectable wrestling. And for Oliveira to go out there and out-grapple Brookins on the ground, even when he was in his guard, when Brookins took him down, is something. I don't see Brookins get caught in sub attempts like that. Of course, he doesn't face that many sub guys, but usually his top game is very sound. And Oliveira, made it look easy to put him in that armbar and then, of course, get up and proceed to outstrike him like I thought he was going to. Of course, in the second round, he got that nice guillotine, and that was it. All she wrote. I thought that their grappling games might have canceled each other out, but I guess I gave too much credit to Brookins in that case because I think he's an all right grappler if he's good at anything. And Oliveira just caught him in that guillotine. That was tight. Nice looking guillotine. So solid win for Charles Oliveira. What's next for him? Who knows? I would like to see him versus like a Jimmy Hedis after he's done with Joey Gambino. As for Brookins, him versus anyone I wouldn't mind. Now, alright folks, let's move on to that other featherweight bout on the main card. Max Holloway versus Pat Schilling. Yeah, Pat Schilling, he has some submission skills, alright wrestler, but Max Holloway is too young, too athletic, and too skilled on the feet to just lose to Pat Schilling, Max Holloway, that kid's younger than me. What the hell am I doing with my life? Athletic as hell. He was able to keep Schilling at bay for the most part. If Schilling was able to clinch up with him, he'd be able to, just disengage and proceed to outstrike him, land some crosses, some leg kicks, a lot of jabs, some combinations here and there. Put on a real striking clinic against Pat Schilling, especially in the latter 2 rounds. I think Pat Schilling's really only significant offense is a knee bar attempt at the end of round 1. So yeah, he got wrecked. I think I had it 30-26 for Max Holloway. The guy's a stud. Hopefully we see his other skills develop. I like to see him against more grapplers to see if he can defend against ones who actually can close the distance. So, who knows? If we want to make him fight an exciting fight, though, maybe him versus Jason Shotgun Young, I wouldn't mind. I don't know who else you could pair him up against, though, but he is exciting. As for Pat Schilling, I don't know. He just got like 26th in my opinion, so I think he should be cut. And now let's finally move on to the last bout I'm going to break down from the main card, the one that kicked us off on the main card. Justin Lawrence versus John Cofer. John Cofer, good wrestler. That's about it. I didn't think he had the athleticism and the setup of takedown to be able to take Lawrence down, and he didn't. He got him down, but Lawrence was able to get back up. Keeping Lawrence down is kind of a handful because, the guy knows how to get back up. He knows how to, for the most part, try to keep it standing against most cats. And, he kicked him in the face come round 3. So, what can I say? Before that, he was outstriking John Cofer like I thought he would. I thought he'd get a decision because I thought John Cofer, I thought he was a tough enough kid, but, that foot hit him square in the face and he went out. So, nice win for Justin Lawrence. Him, I don't know who he should face now. As for John Cofer, give him another shot. I think he has some room to improve. He didn't look horrible against Lawrence. Lawrence is a stud at lightweight. Maybe not, we're going to hype this kid up to be anything special, but, he definitely has skills that can definitely be improved upon. I think you can pair him up against like a John McDessie or someone like that. Who knows? Now let's rush through the preliminary card, shall we? Starting with Darren Cruikshank versus Chris Tickle. Of course, another lightweight bout. Other Ultimate Fighter guys too. Yeah, Darren Cruikshank, more well-rounded, has more variety of strikes. For the most part, was trying to use them. Chris Tickle would try to brawl here and there, get the better of some exchanges, especially in that round 2. But he was not making this close whatsoever. With especially with the up kick against a downed opponent in the first round. Fucking Cruikshank had his knees on the ground. Of course, Tickle was on his back, up kicked. Yeah, 1 point taken off. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. He went after it round 2, but he just couldn't seal the deal in round 3. Cruikshank got into a groove. He had a nice takedown round 3. Some ground and pound. Yeah, he just showed that he was the more well-rounded fighter for the most part. So yeah, Darren Cruikshank for the win. Next up, Miles Jury versus Chris Saunders. Yeah, Miles Jury pretty much better everywhere, I thought, coming into this bout. Went for a flying knee and ended up getting a guillotine instead. So a solid win for Miles Jury. I think he was my pick initially to win this season Ultimate Fighter. I do like his skills. Of course, he got snubbed out of the season a couple years ago, which is really unfortunate. I think he has the most growing to do out of some of the fighters from the season. I think he has a lot of potential. He has some solid submission skills. He was able to adjust for that guillotine nicely, although Chris Saunders has some of the worst guillotine defense I've ever seen. And, of course, his striking, for the most part, is on part. It's on key. I think he has some work to do there, but he can definitely hit people. So, yeah, Miles Jury for the win. Solid guillotine choke. Next up, Sam Sicilia versus Cristiano Marcelo. Well, what can I say? The brawler gassed in round 2, and I thought the grappler was going to outbrawl the brawler, but he ended up getting knocked out when a tired Leonard Garcia-style shot from Sam Sicilia, just winging a tired punch, actually shook him up, Then Sam Sicilia went ham on him, found an extra gear, and was able to continue to punch Marcelo until he went out. So, solid win for Sam Sicilia. I think Marcelo should just stick to BJJ. Sam Sicilia, I think, is pretty whack from what I've seen of him. Guy gassed, still gets victory against a jiu-jitsu guy. What can I say? Marcelo's that whack then for him to get tired, lose to a tired guy, So, I don't know. Whatever. Really don't want to talk about this fight much. I can't believe John Anik said that his power can put out any lightweight in the world either. Please, John Anik, I like you. Do not say that. Especially when his punches are like Leonard Garcia-like, and that probably wouldn't have taken out many people, in my opinion. Just saying. Now Joe Proctor versus Jeremy Larson. Yeah, Joe Proctor, I thought was better everywhere. Definitely better on the ground, training with Joe Lozon and shit. Joe Lozon's a killer, of course. And yeah, I thought that Proctor would shark him to the ground somehow, but no, all he needed was, a knee and then some hammers. So nice win for Joe Proctor. Next up, the last bout we're going to take a look at, John Albert versus Eric Perez. Kim Winslow's got to go. You know, of course, you saw that fight. John Albert, you know, found himself in a guillotine after being reversed. He had some nice sub attempts himself. And yeah, he didn't verbally tap. He didn't physically tap. I don't know what Kim Winslow was thinking. You know, I saw, you know, John Albert's hand hit the mat, but until that does that again, yeah, that's not tapping. So Kim Winslow, you know, quick on the trigger to stop that fight. Not cool. I'd like to see you rematch, please. But there it is, folks. I think that about does it for me for my Tough 15 finale review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for, again, viewing. Again, leave your comments in the comment section below. And stay tuned for my next prediction video, which should be UFC on FX, Johnson versus McCall. That rematch should be fun. Definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you for then. And thank you for all the support. Again, deuces for all my supporters, bruises for all my haters, and take care.